Shut up and sit down.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Third Shift. This is episode 185, and you might notice this is a 5 episode, but we're not live on the 5s. We figured, due to the coronavirus, the COVID-19 situation, we didn't feel like it was safe to have all of our Third Shift fans around us in such close proximity, on Twitch. For your health, for our health, for the sake of the community, the podcasting community at large, we decided to pare it down. It's just me and Eric here, basements across town. It's as safe as can be. I tried to turn off my video feed in the Discord so no germs came through the feed. And Eric was like, no, you gotta see it. I was like, okay. But, I'm wearing a mask. I got a mask on my face so I don't transmit germs.
Well, and then you pared it down to like a nice digi version of yourself. So it'd be really hard for the coronavirus to travel through the digital stream there to get to you.
It's going to hit all the pixels of
and
my
then
get
knocked
camera.
off. Exactly. It's fine. You're safe.
It's an innate barrier. Oh, man. But we're still here. We're here for you. We hope you're healthy, wealthy, and wise. And we're going to tell you how our weeks were this week. So, Eric, my man, I didn't even give you the name, and we didn't do any of that stuff. But it's a serious time.
Eric,
you gotta pare it down.
That's right. We're serious. Crisis. The coronavirus is amongst us. Just today, I went to the store to buy some pineapples and some other stuff for pizza night tomorrow, and some steak and some cod fillet, and I went to the back aisle, and all the toilet paper's gone. Mm-hmm. Out in my town, the toilet paper's gone. The Hungry Mans are gone. All the essentials. The coronavirus, people. You gotta have your Hungry Mans and you gotta have your toilet paper.
That's the two things. You gotta eat something that's gonna make you poop
a lot more than to get the toilet paper to take care of it all. Exactly. It makes
no wait. We gotta go off on this. I gotta get on my soapbox on this one because sure, I'm just a single man. I eat a regular amount of food. I don't go through that much toilet paper. But I see these people with the carts full. They got 4 packs of the 48 roll packs. How much pooping are you doing? Are you hoarding for the whole year? You think you're going to be inside for a year?
They got women in the family.
Well, granted,
when
they
you
go
add
through
a woman,
more than men.
When you add a woman,
that's fair.
one female to the family, you add an extra roll a day. All right? So you add 3 females, 2 females, 4 females. You had 4, 5, 6 rolls exactly. All of a sudden, it's crazy.
So Eric, take your camera right now. Turn it to the left over there where you got that little closet area. Turn it to the bar so I can see the giant piles of toilet paper, whole pallets of toilet paper,
covering the entire bar. We're fine.
You and your 3 girls there with all your toilet paper.
See, we prepare for everything. All right, I've got a closet upstairs. Full of toilet paper.
Basically preppers, yeah.
Full of paper towels. I've got an entire section that I'm pointing at. Full of dried canned goods, etc., peaches, all the things. I was always prepared. Doesn't matter. You were never going to catch Eric. Pew, pew, pew. I'm the gingerbread man. You can't catch me. I was prepared.
That's another one I don't get. I saw a video from the Costco in East Lansing just today. Dude had like 4 packs of the giant 48 packs of paper towel. What are you doing? What messes are you cleaning up?
What are you going to do with this paper towel? You know what I mean?
like now.
I promise you, even if everything went to hell, start wiping your butt with that paper towel. There's numerous problems with this. First off, you're going to have rashes and problems within a day. All right? Oh, yeah. Things are going to go south real quick with your behind. I promise you this. I've done it. Secondly, and most importantly, try flushing that paper towel down for a day. It ain't working. I promise you, you're going to have a lot of problems on your hand, not even after one day. Within 2 to 3 flushes, you're going to have a lot of problems. So guess what?
I mean, hey,
ain't helping.
We've all been poor. We've all done it. And we've all paid the price and are going, aha, I've learned a valuable life lesson.
Exactly.
This will never happen.
And Ash Lyons today, a beautiful member over there, the VFX community, he even posted on Twitter and was like, all y'all fools buying them baby wipes, like you're going to wipe your butts with them in case things go wrong. You're going to learn some valuable lessons. And this, of course, isn't a direct quote, but it was paraphrasing. And I went, anyway, I don't know about you, but I went, We have learned a lesson from the baby wipes going down the toilet poop holes. Doesn't work.
One I don't know because I don't have any babies to wipe.
Oh, okay. Well, guess what? Those are not biodegradable. They do not move easily. They get clogged very fast and very easily.
His tweet that I did like was his like, hey, it looks like we're all living underground in the Death Stranding universe now. So, hey, all you people who said it was stupid.
Of course you'd like that.
Oh, but yeah, it's a hellish. It's a viral hellscape out there, Eric. So how was your week leading up to this time right now when we're all going to die?
So here we go. Let's go back in time. Let's go back in time. That's from something. I stole it. I don't know where from. Hopefully don't sue me, whoever does that. Anyway, so this week I was thinking, I've told you guys, I'm hem and hawing, going between games. The only thing that's going to actually satiate my hunger is the games that are coming pretty soon. Mm-hmm. So I've been playing Dragon Quest. I am level 96 or 97 of level 99. That's the max level, 99. And I said, well, you might as well just finish it out. Get everybody to level 99, get all the trophies for getting characters up to level 99, go beat the game and actually walk through it. No big deal, even though I heard that it's not actually based off your strength. It's a little puzzle, little mind bender that, wins the day, but I'm not stupid, so I don't have any fear of that, really. Anywho's, played that for a bit. And then I randomly, out of the blue, I was just like sitting there and I was like, oh, I should play Destiny 2 because Destiny 2's got like all sorts of updates, things going on. Yeah. And I went to pull the disc out because I had to get up, go over to my disc thing, the old thing where you have all the disc in like you had when you had CDs. Yeah, I have that for my games. Yeah, binder. So I go over there and I see Catherine Full Body Edition sitting there and I went, huh. And just, it was so weird and random. I just grabbed it instead of grabbing the Destiny 2, which is what I was there for. I just grabbed it. I stuck it in and I went and sat down and I did what we talked about. I took it off the ultra hard mode bullcrap and I just put it back down to normal. And I like you said, I left the extra new blocks set up on and I started playing and all of a sudden, boom, it hit. It just hit. Mm-hmm. It was like a freight train. And all of a sudden I'm shaking. I wanted more. I just wanted more. So for the last 4 or 5 days, I've just been playing Catherine Full Body Edition. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. The new whole Rin stuff going on was fantastic. The only downside I have to this is I ended up very frustrated at the end of it. I'm not done yet. I'm literally right now, my PlayStation is running because if you don't know, there's moments in Catherine where it goes for hours without a save. And I happened to hit one of those right before the show started, so now I can't save. I'm in the middle of a thing. Mm-hmm. One of the last things in the game. This game's only 12 to 13 hours long. Right. Here's the only problem I have, is that I don't know how I did it last time we played, but I saved everybody in the first try, except for one. I think I screwed up one of the things and got everybody else. This time, I thought, I'm such Billy Badass, I'm going to do it again, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone died. Everyone's dead. I have one survivor up to this point. And I went, I made all the choices I thought were right. Mm-hmm. What'd I screw up? Here's one of the things I screwed up, and I didn't even realize it. I thought this time I was going to play a more sober playthrough. Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, don't stay at the bar drinking literally the whole night, going nuts. Let me tell you, if you ever want to play Catherine, they encourage you not to drink. They encourage you to end the night and stop. Mm-hmm. If you do that, you will fail this game just as I have this time around and have none of the people survive because you have to keep drinking all night to the very bitter end to make sure every human being possible comes through that bar and you talk to them and engage with them in conversations because, of course, after I failed, last night I suspected what was going on, and then today I went and looked it up. There was all the key conversations that you have to have while in the real world I missed because I said, okay, let's stop drinking. Let's go to bed refreshed and good to go tonight. And it's a lie. It's a lie. You go to bed and do the same things regardless, whether you're refreshed or drunk or in hell and screwing everything up.
It's because you're playing this with an old man's mindset. When we played this before, We weren't young.
We were those guys.
We were younger.
But we
guys.
were those guys.
We were on that cusp. We're like, yeah, let's still drink all night. Woohoo!
No, screw it.
And now you're like, no, I should actually be responsible.
I should have a drink. I
don't want to have
a
headache in the morning as Vincent, who I don't control in the morning at all. Ha ha ha.
Exactly. But the same things happen regardless. So here I am in the dream world, making all the right choices, doing all the right things, asking all the right questions like I always do and have. But in the real world, I missed the conversations because I always went home. Yep. And I failed almost everybody. And so it's a bittersweet ending for me now. Because here I am at the end. I've got I won't spoil anything, but I'm at the cathedral.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the thing with the Catherine. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, there's the other one afterwards with the other thing, doing the thing. Yeah. But everyone's dead but 2 people. So I'm like, I'm not going to fix it. I'm not going to change it. It's too late. I'm going to beat the game. I'll still get the true ending for, the Catherine.
Right.
But I won't get all the bonuses of having everybody alive and then the trophies that go with it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it's bittersweet, like I said, because I got the true ending, plus everybody but one was alive on my original first playthrough ever. This time, nobody made it. So I'm like, I'm getting a reduced ending for my last playthrough. And I'm like, oh, come on. And of course, to speak on that briefly, I was like, I'm going to go with the new ring because I want to see what happens. Come to find out, and I didn't want to cheat. I wanted to go through the game right. But you have to cheat if you want this.
Yeah.
You have to cheat unless you're extremely lucky or just weird or quirky or whatever the hell the case is. Mm-hmm. There are 4 questions that get asked throughout the time with Rin, and if you do not answer 100% right, period, point blank, she's gone. It's not an option.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
You have to answer them.
I wasn't looking it up, but I was, doing like the side research, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's super duper easy to screw up the Rin part. And I went, oh come on, I just want to play it and have fun.
Cheat.
But
no,
I hate.
If you want the Rin,
I hate it.
You have to cheat and do exactly what the guide tells you to do, or else you'll fail. And I don't like that. That's frustrating. It's irritating. I went with the choices I wanted, and I couldn't, and it failed that whole quest line. So
now I'm terrified because I'm already terrified of putting it back in because I've missed one night of drinking facts because I was like, you can just drink later, but it didn't work or something. Mm-hmm. And then now I'm also terrified because I was playing it on super hard, and I was driving home the other day thinking of how you turned it down to easy, like we talked about doing.
Well, normal.
Well, you know what I mean.
Don't say easy.
Turned it down, and I was driving home thinking about it, and I got this sick feeling. I was like, but you've already gone so far in hard, you have to do it.
But you'll never finish, though, man. I promise you, you're never gonna finish because.
So not only did I screw up the drinking thing, now I gotta play it on super hard or feel ashamed of myself. Now I've maybe have already screwed up one of the questions. Who even knows? So I was gonna play through it again just to get all the drinking trophies and stuff. Play through it even just on easy just to get that. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll have to do that, and that'll be my Rin playthrough, and this one will be my. Whatever, going with my gut feeling.
Just whatever happens. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, is I was hoping, I didn't go look at trophies, I wasn't doing anything, but I was thinking in my head, I was like, alright, this time through, I'll get the drinking facts trophies, I'll save the people like I did last time, no problem, I'll get a bunch of trophies from that, I'll get a lot of trophies, I'll feel happy, I'll feel good, I'll put the game to rest. And I failed in everything. Because, of course, like I said, I didn't save anybody because I never stayed long because I didn't drink. Mm-hmm. Guess what? You don't get the drinking facts trophies and all the other things because you didn't drink enough to get those facts to get the trophies. Yeah. So I didn't get those trophies. I'm coming out of this with nothing. And I'm on 2 sides of this coin here. It's weird. I'm super happy. My gosh, I can't tell you how much fun.
The game itself
completely addicted. I've been playing it. These puzzles are so freaking good. They're so much fun to figure out and solve. I was stuck on a puzzle for an hour and a half just tonight, right before we did this podcast. Mm-hmm. I sat there just going through every single combination of movement I could to figure this puzzle out. Mm-hmm. Finally did it. Felt so good. It was nice. It felt great. Everything. It's perfect. Mm-hmm. But on the other side of it all, I was hoping to kind of get like 75% of these trophies in the playthrough and go, all right, look at that. You guys know I play this game. I rocked it out. I had fun. I'm going to go ahead and put it to rest because I got so many games on the horizon here coming.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I'm walking away with like 37, probably 40% completion, if that.
Ugh.
And I'm like, I'm a chump. I didn't do any of the things.
No,
but I can't play.
No, I wouldn't feel less. I don't think less of you for that. But as soon as you said 33%, I got that same sick feeling in my stomach. When I thought about turning it down, I was like, oh, if that happened to me, I would have to start a new game immediately.
And already I'm like,
yeah.
Do I go through another playthrough? Now, knowing what I knowing and having played another fresh one, do I go back through again and cheat and, use the guides, get the perfection, do all the things? I'm like, because I don't have time for this, damn it.
What kills me about it is we've done it already. But there is a record of it from way back in the day that nobody cares about or looks at anymore. We've both done it, but we didn't do it now.
Now.
It would just feel wrong to not do it, but at the same time, you could just watch the Rin scenes on YouTube and go, okay, that would have been a cool story without having to go through, okay, day one, let me lick my finger and turn the pages on this fact and okay, do this and this and this and that. Because I hate doing that. I can't stand it. I hate myself when I do it.
That's not a fun way to play a game.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
You're not playing the game.
Some people love that.
You're just following a script.
You're just following a script.
Yeah.
You're following your orders, your marching orders, and you're just going through. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. So at the end of the day, realistically speaking, I'm going to finish this game. I'm going to get my true ending that I wanted and got and ended up with. Well, actually, to be honest, I was going to go with the Rin, but I screwed up one question out because I went and post-looked. One question is what I got wrong. I got the other three right, coincidentally, just by random chance. One I got wrong. Rin goes bye-bye. There you go. So I'm like, damn it. So then I went with what I would naturally go with and got everything right because, I know what's going on. Yeah. And here we are. But I'm not going to play it again. I will someday because the game's amazing. Right. But I got too much coming. It's the 12th, I got a week and Doom Eternal hits and then a week after that or a week and 3 days and Persona Royal's coming out. So it's like boom, 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 boom. I just want to say that Catherine Full Body Edition is marvelous. It's wonderful. If you've heard the rumors that, it's not friendly to the LGBT community or whatever, I can't speak for everyone, but I'll tell you on my end of the deal, I just don't agree. I don't agree. How it's handled with all the different things going on and what happens and all this stuff, I feel it's a very real response and a real thing that happens. And I don't think it's handled poorly at all. I really don't. So, I got to get that off my chest because once again, when I was looking up all the wikis and things, articles came up about how the LGBT community is saying, dude, this game's, insensitive and not fair, blah, 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 and blah. And I just don't agree with that. I felt everything was handled really well. And it's a great game. Just check the damn thing out and play it. You can probably find it cheap right now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So that's what I've been doing. I've been playing Catherine Full Body Edition, having a blast with it. And then lastly, it wouldn't be good without an Eric story real quick.
I was waiting. And I was afraid you were going to wrap it up and go, well, I talked about Catherine for 45 minutes, so now I got to hear
this week,
because you teased it.
So this week, I did. So it was, what was it, Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday, because that's when Matt streams. And then Matt posted, hey, somebody should stream, but it's not going to be me, because Matt was taking a personal day and all that good stuff. Yeah. And, and of course, when he said that, I was like, I can't, I already had plans, I was going to do stuff, blah, 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 blah. I did get on in the evening, got on for a few hours, but I didn't stream, as you know. And it's lucky, because I went to sleep, and an hour and a half went by, and my youngest daughter woke up, and she was my belly hurts, and she ended up throwing up. And we're like, okay, well, she's sick, got a bug going on. She goes back down, and she's getting sick again, but she keeps saying her belly hurts. My belly, I can't do it, my belly, my belly, my belly. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I get up, and we take her, I take her to the hospital, and check her in to the ER. And then they do the usuals, and then they do the x-rays. And then after the x-rays, they go, we can't see quite what we want to see. We see something's going on. we want to do a full CAT scan. But then a full CAT scan, you got to put in the IV to get the liquids pumped in to do all the things you need to do. So now she's getting a shot. She hates shots because any little kid hates shots. So, we go through the screaming, the hollering, hooting, and all that. Get the shot. She watches TV. An hour and a half, 2 hours go by. We finally go in to get the CAT scans. Get the CAT scans done. Then you go a little bit about an hour before the responses for the CAT scans. So we sit there again for another hour. CAT scan results come in.
Yeah, I gotta say before the results come in, why is it that emergency bad shit always happens in the middle of the goddamn night?
In the middle of the night.
It never happens
Always.
like you get up and you're like, oh, I'm starting the day, and then boom, disaster hits. Oh, exactly when I'm supposed to be up and around doing things is the time we have to do this 4-hour thing. No, it's always, I'm just about to go to bed, or I woke up in the middle of the night and I guess I'm fucked.
Really bad. I don't know. It's weird, but you're right. It always is the middle of the night. Every time. And so we do that. We get the CAT scans. The CAT scans will come back. All the kids, got mild this, mild that. She gets some medicine. Nothing serious, but enough to be very bad for her for that evening and the next day. So we come home. It's 6:20 in the morning. And I go, I don't have time. I just don't have time off. I don't have time off I can take anymore. And I go, you know what I'm going to do? So I call my boss and I go, can I take an hour and a half nap and come in? Sure. So I did it. I slept for an hour and a half or so and went into work, and I worked all day. And I went, oh, this was a mistake.
Nope. That would have been a sorry, babe. We got one less day of camping this year. I'm not. No, not even. Either that or
do it, though.
I don't know, man. Hour and a half nap. That's. Well, you did get a little bit of sleep beforehand, though.
Yeah, I got an hour and a half of sleep before this happened.
I was going to say I would do 0 instead of an hour and a half, and just. I'm not taking a lunch, boss. I'm leaving. Oh, okay. You look really angry. What's wrong? Got my face.
Yeah. So I did that. I was tired, and beat up and whatever, but it didn't feel too bad. It was today, this morning when I woke up, that I was like, oh, I need a weekend. I need a good 10-hour sleep night. That's what I need. So it was just weird. So, of course, the usual Eric world. Tired, sleepy, had to work extra hard, did all sorts of banana land crap. Like, what in the hell? Why can't everything just go normal? And then on top of it, everybody, the time change, of course, this last weekend totally screwed me up. I went to bed. I was playing video games, Catherine, mind you, and it was, I looked at the clock and it was 12:05 or something. And I went, what are you doing? Because my internal clock was like, it's 11.
Yeah.
And I'm like, by 10:45, 11 at latest, I go to bed.
Yeah.
But of course, I wasn't even paying attention to time. I was absorbed in the story, having fun. And I went, oh yeah, what time is it? I should probably get to bed. 12. Oh, Jesus. It's 12:02. Oh, no. I got to be up for 5.5 hours to go to work. Oh, God. So it started the week off already. Just bad news bears. And this whole week, besides that whole event, I've been trying to, bring myself back. So even now, as of tonight and last night, it comes to be about 11:30 now when I'm tired, start to go, oh, I should go to bed. Yeah. So I'm getting there, but I'm not quite there yet. And so be with that, and then the time change bullcrap. It's like this week's just a wash. It's like I need to get this done, get it survived, get into the weekend, and have some good times, have a birthday, eat at my favorite place, try to get everything back in its groove. That's what I'm hoping to do. Getting prepped up for all the great games coming out. So yeah, that was my week. Long, super long, and drawn out. What about you, Matt?
Well, you had a somewhat crappy week. I had a great week. Because like you said, I did take that day off on Tuesday just because I needed that mental health day from work. And I had a fantastic day. I had the best day I've had since the last time I had a day off to just sit around and do nothing. But the day before that, just kind of start my movie marathon. If you follow me on Twitter, everybody should follow me at The Real Doc Funky. You saw Monday afternoon, went and saw The Way Back, the Ben Affleck basketball coaching / I'm a drunk trying to get my life together movie. That was really good, really well done. It was a little different than I thought it would be, but I mean, all the commercials, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to say I got beef with those commercials because there are some scenes in those commercials that are not in that movie. And it makes you think that something's going to happen that doesn't happen. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm just saying. Still a great movie, but just because those scenes weren't in there, it kind of spun it a different way than I thought it would be. But still a fun movie. I love sports movies. I love, redemption archetype movies. So it was a good show like that. Then the next day, I'm a day off. Well, first thing I did was sit around and beat Guacamelee 2, which is, I love that game so much. If you didn't have to beat it again on hard mode, I would get the platinum in it. I think that's the only trophy I'm not going to get. Because, it's hard on its own. The combat is tough. It's challenging. The puzzle rooms are ridiculous. Like you were talking about, working on that puzzle in Catherine for an hour and a half and still having a blast, even though it was tough. Same thing in Guacamelee 2. Like I put up one run on Twitter where, you see me switching worlds and making all these jumps and dashes and things and killing all these enemies. But all those enemies have a 3-second timer on them. If you don't kill at least even one of them in those 3 seconds, boom, you're dead. You're instantly dead. Everything in that room is instant death. So you have to make that run 100% perfect to get through that room to get that little secret egg piece. And it's frustrating because it is so hard, but at the same time, it's so much fun that I probably, not on that room, but I sat in puzzle rooms on that day for at least an hour and a half. 10 runs on this one, 12 over here, 9 on this one because I got it real quick. That's what I was doing is I was finding all the challenge rooms, all the ultimate secret things. That day, that was the video games I played that day. I woke up in the morning, played it for 4 hours, went and saw 2 awesome movies, which I'll get to in a second, came home, played it for 3 more hours, doing even more puzzle rooms, having more ridiculous times. Freaking love that game. It's amazing. It's awesome. But then, talking about those movies, I went out and I was like, man, one of the reasons I took that day off was every single weekend I've been having stuff going on. Last weekend was the last time I didn't have something going on, and it was just one of those weekends where I can't do anything. And me, I love movies. So all these movies I've been seeing on the theater times, 10 show times. Next week, 8, 6, 5. This week they were down to 4, and I missed the weekend. So I went, well, I'm taking that day off. What I'm going to do is go see 2 movies that are going to slip by otherwise. Went and saw the Impractical Jokers movie, because every now and then when I catch that on TV, I like watching them. I like how most of their pranks involve making them look stupid, as opposed to being mean and making, the pranky
other people.
Yeah, the default person look like an idiot. So I went and saw that. It was really, really funny, but what I didn't know going in was that there's a storyline around, the pranks and their setups. And I was like, this is weird seeing these guys act and tell a story. But the pranks and the setups and the bits were really, really funny. Just laughing myself all the way through. And then literally an hour after that, went and saw Sonic the Hedgehog, and every Sonic thing you could ever want was in that movie. Every little bit, every little little teases, little phrases, little bits here and there. The super secret end credit scene. I was like, yeah, I'm pumped my fist in the air.
That was good, wasn't it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, hell yeah, in the empty theater. But I was like, yeah. But yeah, I loved it. I don't know. I can see people saying it's too goofy. It's 90s Sonic in a movie. He was goofy and doofy in the 90s. It's perfect. I loved it.
Well, as you know, I already explained my thoughts on that. And there was 1 or 2 moments where I was okay, all right, come on. But overall, yeah, I thought it was really good. Mm-hmm. And apparently so did the world. Yeah. It did very, very well. It's the best, video game movie there is to date, period. It beat Detective Pikachu, all that good stuff. So I'm very excited to see where the Sonic franchise goes. Obviously, like you said, in the super secret endings, they set up the next one. Mm-hmm. And you get to see, of course, your boy. I won't say who, but your boy, and everything's going to come to fruition. It's going to be great. Hopefully, you see the other one. You know what I'm saying? The one. I was going to say, I want to see that other one. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see him pop out and be like, "Hey, what's going on here?" Holding
one of them things. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Them gem things. And then that one guy will be like,
Yes.
Ha 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 ha. Here's my solution to my problem.
You know, and that works because it's got us both going, oh, that'd be so much fun. That'd be great for a show that's, you know, aimed at the younger audience. But for all those who grew up Sega and did all the things Sega, it works too.
Yeah.
And it was perfect. They set it up nice. They made a lot of money, which means they're probably going to get greenlit to do the next one, which can be even better because the only gripes I had were the usual setup things where like, oh, you know, you're an alien. Well, I'm an alien. Yeah. But we'll be past that. So all I'm going to get is the good stuff, the stuff I loved anyway. I cannot wait.
Mm-hmm. And I got to say, hey, it's already the best movie I've ever seen because in that intro,
that was awesome,
in the intro
wasn't
when the Sega thing comes up and it's got all the little scenes from all the little Sega games. If you look to the left in like the upper quadrant over there, you see Kiryu from Yakuza 0. You see him like he's about to go in and play a Sega game in the Club Sega in Yakuza 0. And I went, I got chills all up and down my body. I went, it's my beautiful boy. There he is. Oh, the big screen is Yakuza.
This is too good.
I fainted dead away like
a damsel in distress.
Like an 1840s woman. Oh my goodness. That's right.
Hell.
Oh, catch me. Good thing I was sitting in the theater seat. But let's see. Other than that, also played Yakuza 5 Remastered. Speaking of Yakuza, boom, there it is. Played that on stream on Friday. I drove a snowmobile. I punched a bear. I had a fist fight with a bear. How does it get any better than that? Nothing's better than that. Oh, such a good game. Love that game to pieces. And then just today, boom, before we recorded the show, I was like, man, I need to make up for my stream. So I did a quick, like, hour, 45 minutes with Ghostbusters Remastered. You're welcome, Howard, you old bastard. I saw you in the chat for like 2 seconds as usual, and then you disappeared for the other
Typical
hour
Howard
and 30
fashion.
minutes of my stream, you jerk. But he'll listen to it on demand at some point and go, what part is he at? I don't understand because I'm just listening to it. Howard, you're a silly old dude, but I had a good time with that. That's pretty fun. And I think that was my week. I don't think anything else happened. All the stuff that I was going to do coming up next week has all been canceled now because coronavirus, COVID-19, all this stuff.
Coronavirus.
So we had big, long week segments this week. Look forward to nothing from me next week because I can't go do anything.
Sounds great.
Maybe it'll just be, hey, I went to Whole Foods and somebody sneezed on me and now I'm dead. Maybe that'll be my week.
Speaking of can't do anything, we didn't do an IG2G this week because it's not an IG2G week. We didn't record anything because we said let's postpone it and put it off till the next time because we want a little break because, you know what, the coronavirus and everything else got us sad. So we said let's just enjoy this weekend.
That's right.
And do what we do. So, sorry everybody. Matt usually covers this part, but I thought I'd jump in because Matt's been talking a lot. I want to let him get a drink. But we didn't do any of those things this week.
We didn't do that this week, but coming up next week, it's IG2G episode 74. Say it with me, kids. I don't know what I'm talking about yet. Actually, there are a couple things. I saw them come out and I was like, I got to write about that.
There's a lot of good stuff coming out, and I know what I'm talking about. Matt knows what he's going to talk about. It's going to be a fun episode of IG2G. I don't know what it is, man, but I got to be honest with you. I feel like the IG2Gs, I'm getting more fond of it. I feel like my groove's coming in, and I'm like, oh, there's a fun game here. There's a fun game there. I don't know what it was, but a while back, I felt like there was almost never anything. It was like really weird games, but I feel like every time we do an IG2G now, I'm like, oh, that's good. That's good. Whoa, that's great. I never heard of that. Wow, that's fun. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting into it. I'm getting the groove going here. I'm liking it.
I have that exact same feeling, but I know especially for this one, I'll have to go look up what it was. But there was some weird like twisted game that was coming out. It was like, oh, download this for your Switch this week. Ha ha ha. And I was like, oh, that sounds like the stuff I used to do back on old IG2G when we do releases and then 5 topics a piece as well.
Oh, my
I would find
goodness.
some weird twisted little thing. It's like, oh, I got to talk about this. Ooh, yeah. Oh man, just hitting that groove just right now. It just feels good. It feels right.
It does indeed. So make sure you stay tuned next week because we're going to have a fun episode. We always do. I love them. Matt loves them. And I'm sure you're going to love them too.
Absolutely. And another thing that I know you all love. It's shift code for Golden Keys in Borderlands, the pre-sequel, and Borderlands 3 if you had enough time to get it before Monday. So hit up the Twitter, the Reddit, the forums, the Instagram. Hit up your preferred shift code provider and get yourself some free shiny loot.
Some free loot. You know, I tell you all the time, you got to pay attention. Randy comes on there randomly all the time going, hey, smells like a weekend. Boom. Shift code comes up for Golden Keys and goes away, like Matt said, on the Mondays. You gotta be there. You gotta be paying attention. We cannot warn you of all the things because unfortunately this episode and this podcast only come out on the Fridays. So if anything happens after that, we cannot be held responsible because we were merely freshmen.
See, what kills me is I think Randy's a rascal. He knows we come out Fridays at noonish, and he every now and then he'll be like, "Oh, Friday at 9 o'clock. Here's drop for 3 more hours." I'm like, I can't get on and redo the podcast, Randy. Man, come on.
It's too late to apologize, as some would say.
You're getting in all your famous music cues. I love it. But then rolling on into the news this week. Hey, we were 100% correct or incorrect. I don't really remember which way we went with it, but E3 has been canceled. Hooray.
Not hooray, Matt. That's not hooray.
It was a sad hooray. Did you notice the tears?
Yeah,
in my eyes?
I did. And I felt like the weird, awkward pause and the sadness that came with it. It was canceled. I think we did come down saying it was probably going to be canceled. I could be wrong. Maybe my memory's messed up.
I think what we said was if it's still going to be a thing, it should be. And this is one of those major metropolitan areas, blah, 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 blah. So it makes 100% sense, yeah.
But it got canceled, and then, of course, everyone was like, hey, well, we're going to do our own event now, digitally. We're going to announce all of our stuff going on. And then me and you, I think we talked a little bit about, like, what that means. Are we going to miss out on some of the, like, the third-party developers, indies, et cetera, et cetera? And, of course, there's been all sorts of Twitter stuff going on where the indie peeps are like, what are you talking about? E3's never been about indies. We've always had to fend for ourselves, and that makes perfect sense. That's true. Devolver Digital has always had their own spot, like in a parking lot, doing their own thing, having their own fun, showcasing the different indies and whatnot that they're supporting, all that good stuff. So that's still going to happen. Devolver Digital already posted they're going to do their own event, and they're also going to have their own shindig going on. So we're probably going to see them once again with some of the weirder stuff they're, publishing, hosting, getting on with. Xbox has already said, hey, we're still going to have our own show. We're going to do our own thing. We're going to have the big Xbox reveal. Guess what that means? After they do that, PlayStation's going to have one shortly thereafter. Ubisoft already came out and said, we're still going to do a thing. We're just going to do it digitally now. And then there's been scuttlebutt, Matt. Are they going to do it like in the next few weeks? Or do you think they're going to do it like they would have on a E3 schedule? Like, Ubisoft's still going to come out on a Friday night and do their own digital event. Will Xbox do like Saturday, Sunday, or whatever it is, Do you think they're still going to kind of keep to that?
Here's what it is. What it is, it's going to be you, me, and everyone else at the department holiday dinner where we all sit down and we go, who's going to be the first one to go? Who's going to do it? They'll be like sitting there and be like, Are we all just gonna wait till E3? Are we gonna do that? And then Devolver Digital pop up and go, "Hey, it's April 31st, or whatever random date. Woohoo! Here we go!" And then they'll go, "Oh, that's actually a really good idea. We don't have to compete." Well, boom. 2 weeks later, boom, boom. 1 week later, boom, 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 boom. That's what it's gonna be, guaranteed, 100%.
I agree mostly with that. I've heard tell that they're going to keep true to like E3 and try to stay within that bracket and then also within that structure. But to me, and once again, I've heard this from respectable sources. People have been in the business way longer than me, have actually done real journalistic work. I still don't believe it. Why? Because it doesn't make sense to me. I agree with you 100%. And the fact that somebody's going to break the egg and go early and just, hey, you know what? To hell with it. We had our stuff ready. We're ready. Let's let the people know what we're up to. And then after that, everybody else who has their stuff ready, has their little screenplays going, their little whatever, their live plays, they're going to pop it out. Because why not? Why sit there for an extra month and wait for no particular reason? In fact, it goes against them to wait, because then people who are hacking their stuff and trying to figure things out, they're going to just spoil it for you anyway. They're going to go, oh, I hacked their website and found that they're holding these images of this particular title that they're going to release next year. Lols, they're actually going to announce this game. And then you come out a week later with your eyes downcast and shame on your face because the modders and the hackers already got your information. Oh, yeah, we were going to release this game. To hell with it. E3's canceled. You know what you're doing before anybody figures it out. Get it out there. You announce it. You direct where you want it to go. I think that's the smarter way to do it. I honestly, like you said, agree with, I think that's probably the way it'll go, because someone like Devolver Digital isn't just going to sit around and, sit on their thumbs and wait. They're going to break the clay, break the mold, whatever you want to call it, and they're going to do what they want to do, because that's Devolver Digital. They're bananas and always doing something weird and strange.
And plus, if you break the mold early, you can still follow up with something bigger and deeper at the E3 time. I mean, E3 is great because you get that, like, here's the last push towards the back half of this year and the early bits of next year. But, I mean, if you start off with something, you could do it compulsion game style. Hey, we're sad that E3 is canceled, but here's a sneak peek teaser trailer at the kind of stuff we're going to be showing off. Oh, what is it? It's a bird flying through a forest with some stirring orchestral music. Tune in around summertime sometime to see the full reveal, to get you hyped for later in the year. So you can start putting stuff out in drips and drabs, and then, have your big thing in the middle of the year sometime. But then keep the fire stoked by going, hey, remember that thing you saw? Look, here's another thing. Here's another thing. Because we don't have to save it for PAX East or PAX West or PAX North or PAX South or this or that. Because you can just do it whenever you want.
And that is a plus side. You'll be able to do things at your own rate when you're ready to do it. The downside of all this, though, is, to be honest, I'm at work most of the time during E3. Yeah. I can't catch all the rigmarole. I end up going to Game Informer, IGN, GameSpot, EGM, etc., to kind of get the highlights of what's going on. But I always did tune in to the Xbox, to the PlayStation, to the Switch Direct, not Switch Direct, Nintendo Direct, sorry. And then that way I got the big nuggets. Those aren't coming. They're gone. It's over. Each one of them is going to do their own thing whenever they feel like. And that sucks to me, because you could always depend on E3 to give you all the big chicken nuggets you needed. You were going to get all those pieces put in your mouth, and then if you paid attention, either via listening to all the different sub stuff or just going to the big websites, you'd be told all the third-party stuff going on, all the indie stuff going on, etc. It's gone. It's not happening this year. Everybody's fending for themselves. So the sad part is that unless you pay real close attention to all the third parties yourself, to the indies stuff yourself, to all three different main, Nintendo, Sony, Xbox, or Microsoft, whatever you want to call it, you're going to miss things. You're going to miss stuff. And I don't like that. I like having a spot where I know if I pay attention to this area at this point in time, I'm going to get all the information I need to push forward and follow what I want to follow, pay attention to what I want to pay attention to. You're not getting it this year. You're going to get all these random events at random times, random dates, random areas. And if I'm at work or I miss a day or if I'm tired and I don't feel like checking that, all the big sources, it's too late. I go, oh, what happened? What?
Now, I'm 100% with you on that one, because you know me, I don't like to get my news from any source other than just like the source. So if I can't go on like E3 YouTube channel and see like the big giant thing, if I have to search for a Sony press conference, June 3rd, 2020, I'm going to come up on YouTube with literally every other person and their mom. I thought
this, and I was thinking this.
Obviously, whatever. Obviously, there's going to be workarounds for it, but I like having everything in one spot so I know E3's on. If I go on and I go like the E3 Twitch channel or whatever, boom, there it is. The schedule's up. I know exactly when stuff is happening, when it's coming out. I know exactly where to find it if I missed it. But it's going to be I'm going to see on Twitter, I'm going to see Devolver Digital because I follow them. I'm going to see like Chucklefish and some other indie publishers. But then I'm just going to be browsing on it and see someone say, "Oh yeah, the PlayStation thing's going on." I'll see that in the trending things, and I'll go, "Oh, well, I can't. I'm at work, can't watch it. Probably won't be able to find it easy later. Maybe I'll just look it up on a text on like Polygon or Kotaku and see what they said about it in text format."
And then,
boo,
like
lame.
you said, that's always the problem because they put their spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of from the horse's mouth, you're hearing it from this individual's mouth, who either spins it in a positive light, negative light, whatever. It's getting a spin because that's what humans do. They spin it. They spin it to what they want it to be, good, bad, neutral, whatever. And now that paints your picture of it because you're listening to it from that spin instead of just forming your entirely own opinion because you heard it from the horse's mouth and now you're putting it where you want it to be. You're now going, well, and like me, I'm guilty of it all the time. I can listen to other people's opinions and I go, well, that's a valid point. That I understand that. I don't agree with that, but I get that. All of a sudden, my opinion is skewed because I heard 2 or 3 other people tell me what they thought of it, and I can agree or disagree with their opinions, and now it doesn't matter what I would have originally thought. It's too late. Now I go, well, I understand. Yeah, I get that. I understand that. Oh, they're stupid, and I hate that, and they annoy me, and now I'm going to go the far opposite of what they said because they just frustrate me with their opinion, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I hate that stuff. I hate having anyone's thoughts in my thoughts on anything. Because like you said, even if it's something I watched and I was like, man, that's awesome. But then I hear, watch somebody else talking about it and like, oh, actually, if you look at it, this is wrong and that's meh. And then you go, oh, well, I guess they make valid points. So now I like it less. I'm not excited for it, even though I totally was just a minute ago. I hate hearing negative stuff about positive things. Sometimes I don't even like positive stuff about things I don't like. I don't know. I just want to sit down and see it and have them go, hey, here's exactly what we want to show you. And I'll form my opinions based on that. I don't know. So hopefully everybody publicizes their stuff really well and it gets shared on all the things. And you can just, hey, here's the link to the raw feed. That's all I want. Just raw feed. I don't want you to tell me that Ghost of Tsushima is Game of the Year 2020. I don't want to hear that again.
We're not going to hear it. No, I don't want to hear it anymore. I hope that's what happens. I do hope that they give huge announcements. Hey, this is when our big panel is going to be. We're going to announce all the things we would have done, and then I can go watch that. And then afterward, I will watch other people's opinions because I've already formed my own. And I'm not a fool. I'm not an idiot. I formed my own opinion, but now I can go listen to other people's opinions, and that's fine with me. Now I can go, well, I see what you're saying, but I still don't think you're just kind of over exaggerating your issue or problem, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'll disregard you. Or on the other end of that, I completely sympathize with that. And, I didn't even think of that when I was watching that. I get that. I'll watch out for that. That kind of thing. That's what I'm hoping happens. And that's the only thing I'm really worried about. I know there's a whole big thing about this being canceled, GDC being canceled. And now getting on to the other point, we discussed would a lot of Comic-Cons and other things get canceled. I think we said we didn't think so.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a big deal. Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think it's that big a deal. It's a flu. I think we're taken out of proportion, but the rest of the country doesn't seem to agree with me, which is fine. They are indeed canceling a lot of stuff. Comic-Cons, all sorts of things are going bye-bye. So unfortunately this year, it's starting to look really bad for a lot of folks whose lives depend on going to these events, showcasing their wares, hawking, contracting out work to get that, that one piece of advice or that one little piece of lip service that someone else didn't, and then they can go sell that to the IGNs, to the, all the different people of the world. Mm-hmm. That's all gone. So, on that range and that aspect of it all, I'm like, wow, that does suck. Like, if your life depends on going to all these different events, all these different cons, etc., to squeeze out information to sell to different websites and whatnot to get money, you're screwed. This stuff's over. And then those people who are hired to host events and make your product look good, that kind of thing, all that's gone. It's happening everywhere. And we thought for sure it wasn't going to happen locally, but sure enough, I'm seeing like local cons getting canceled, all sorts of stuff going on right now. And I'm just like, wow, this is bad. It sucks.
Yeah, well, see, in our defense, we weren't anticipating like the state of emergency getting declared after like 2 possible cases.
Yeah.
So like, what was it like? Groups of over 100 should be banned. You're not necessarily have to be, but you should be. I didn't imagine that kind of stuff would happen. But I mean, when you're going through, that does suck. But imagine being an indie developer who, you know, maybe you were going with Devolver Digital. They're going to put up a nice booth for you at E3 or whatever, a smaller show, this or that. You've worked, you know, you're a 2-person team. You worked really hard on this awesome game. Here's your chance to shine. Nope, it's gone. Well, we're going to mention you in, you know, our video package we put together, but then your game comes out and that's it.
Hopefully it helped.
Any kind of buzz that you would have gotten from people having their hands on it, talking to you face to face, going on Twitter like, hey, here I am with the devs. Look, check out this awesome game, everybody. I'm a cool influencer.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. Yeah.
That's all.
I'm this really big influencer who has 40,000 people who watch religiously. I was at E3 and I talked with Dave, who's the lead producer of Digi Cobble Cobble Catch You Man. And that game sounds stupid, doesn't it? But I'll tell you what, he was talking to me, he got me to play it. It was fantastic, and I had a great time. Holy crap, you guys, I'm serious. All that's gone.
Well, then even follow that up, because they'll be like, oh, man, I'm even going to play this on my channel when it comes out and get you guys even some more views. Not even under contract or anything. Now, you didn't go to tell your people in the first place. They didn't touch you. You don't get to reciprocate and show them off later because you're a busy big influencer. You're just going to play Ghost of Tsushima.
You're playing whatever's big and it's getting you your 32,000 views.
Yeah, I've never even heard of this indie game. What is that? I'm playing Ghost again. It's just all around. It's just a heinous swarm of. Ugh.
Yeah, it sucks. It just honestly does suck. I didn't think it was going to be this big a deal. You know, and like I told you, frankly, I still don't think it's a flu, you know, and it sucks for people who have problems or are susceptible to that kind of thing. And I get that, but it's like, I didn't think this was going to just make everyone go freaking nuts, you know? So I'm just sitting here like, okay, all right, well, what's next? 'Cause I did not expect any of this. So I guess I'm just going to shut my mouth and sit in my chair and just wait to see what happens because I'm apparently wrong in all this. So it just stinks for me.
Hopefully in the end we're not right because bad stuff's happening right now, but hopefully it does blow over sooner than, you know, because I mean, obviously E3 was 3 months out. Hopefully it all blows over and clears up or is at least more contained by that point.
Yeah.
Then, you know, what possible projections could be of just whoosh everywhere.
Yeah, everybody's in the panic mode, as we joked earlier, buying all the toilet paper, doing all the things, you know, and hopefully it doesn't get to the point where that's all actually real and needed. And, you know, we get our cases, we have our problems. There's going to be problems. There's no doubt that people are going to get sick. Some are going to die from this because, you know, it's a problem. It's a new disease that's spreading through. It's going to be an issue. Just hopefully we're right in the sense that it ends up being inflated a little bit and passes over and we can get back to normal in the next few months because otherwise it's going to ruin this year's going to be just shot in the gut because they're, like I said, they're canceling everything already. Everything's going to crap. People are panicking and being worried.
And I mean, even outside, like we talked about before this, even outside of video game stuff, you know, conventions, every show that I was going to go see in this month, I think there were 3 different shows. They've all been canceled or postponed. And 2 of them are from, you know, national touring groups, like a musical group here. And then there was like the Winnipeg Ballet was coming to the Wharton Center too. When are they going to come back? Are they ever going to come back? Do they get to go anywhere else? Do they just have to go home and sit at home? Because also at home, there's probably coronavirus problems too. What's going to happen with them? Their profits, and then every single theater that's having them, their profits are gone too. It's just terrible for everybody.
You know, I've seen tweets everywhere. It was like the art, entertainment, music, all that. They're taking a huge hit, and how they recover and what happens after all this.
Yeah,
that's unto itself a crisis, a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because, when people stop doing a thing for a while, they go, oh, do I need to do a thing? And then it takes a long, hard road to get people to convince them to come back and watch your shows again, to do the things again, to participate in all those events that they missed out on for a while. And so it does suck. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. I really didn't, but here we are.
Like, how could you care about Fast and the Furious 9? You already didn't. And then it's like, oh, wait a whole nother year. And then get excited again for this movie from a year ago. Now,
who cares? Sorry, now it's out of my purview, Yeah. And that relates into my world before all this happened with books. There's authors who go through all sorts of crises and problems and never release their books, or take 9 to 15 years to release series or books, etc. And you stop caring. Yeah. There's so many countless series I've never finished because the author just, for whatever reason, found issues, had problems, didn't finish. And then, after a while, you just don't care.
Yeah.
And you're like, I should go back. Nope. This is the same kind of deal. If you were used to doing a thing, but now they're not going to do it, and you're like, oh, I lived without doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to hell with it. I'm not going to go next year.
Do I really want to spend that money to go out and do that thing again?
Yep. So it sucks. It just sucks all around. It's a shame it's all going down. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I'm not dead yet. You guys should know 100% though. I'm going to get the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm going to get it. And I'll tell you how it all ends. You don't even need me to tell you how it ends though, because Tom Hanks has it. He's going to be fine. He'll tell you. He'll be fine. But if you don't believe what Tom Hanks says, you can believe what Eric says.
He's a very rich person, Eric.
Oh, that's true.
If it comes down to spending $100,000 or you dying, what do you think your wife's going to choose? She's going to be like,
that's true.
We're not emptying out the bank account, sweetie.
She's going to let me go. That's right. But, I'm not going to die, Matt.
Write it up. Write it up right now. Grab a piece of paper and a pen and write, Matt gets my skull when I'm dead. And I will do the podcast with you on my hand like a puppet.
You just gotta, but I will do that because it'll slowly drive you insane.
Yes.
Because when you use my skull, you'll have to get into Eric's persona. You'll have to think like me, and all of a sudden your eyes are gonna do like the weird swirlies like they do in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes.
And you're like all of a sudden
become Judge Doom.
You're gonna be a madman before we know it. It's gonna be great.
I like it. You just sit here on my desk and watch me. I'll turn
all
your skull
times
towards the couch when I'm playing video games. I'll take it with me into the dining room. Awesome.
What a mad life. God, it'll be great.
I love it.
So yes, we will get it. We're going to keep monitoring it. We'll keep talking about it if it's something that we should be talking about or mentioning. For now, of course, everybody that listens to this, wash your hands.
Yeah.
Do what you're supposed to do as a normal human. Stay away from folks who look disgusting or sick. Don't go near them. All right? Be safe.
Hey, if you are a person who is disgusting and sick, stay the home.
Yeah.
I'm so sick. Well, I'm not so sick. I'm not sick. I will be sick. I'm so sick of people coming in to work with the flus, the snots, the shakes, the sweats. I don't got time off, lungs. I can't take no time off.
Yeah,
boo.
exactly. Hacking up lungs constantly. It's like, no, stop. You're plaguing everybody. You're ruining everyone's life because you can't get your life together. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. So do the right thing, everybody, for now. Let's let this all roll over. Maybe we'll all get lucky. None of us listening will get this coronavirus, and the events will come back on, and life will resume as it has been. Who knows? But you know what? Guess what, Matt? Patch notes,
I know
they released.
Yeah, it's
they
time
did
for the Gearbox
what they're supposed to
segment,
do.
baby.
Gearbox
did
what they do. They gave us another weekly patch fix. They got all the stuff going out there for us, and we're going to talk about it because we, unlike what you might think, are a Gearbox podcast because we just went the whole episode without really talking about Gearbox.
Well, they didn't have much of the patch notes that concerned me. There's a whole bunch of stuff saying, the gunner skills are a little different. The two flak skills that you don't use because they're for the cheese build with the fadeaway. I don't like that crap. That's been altered a little bit. So, numbers and what the skill says the number should be, those are evening out now. A little bit of buffs for the gunner stuff. You got You can talk more about that, but it was like, oh yeah, your penalty when using this is now decreased. So good stuff there. You got legendary weapon buffs out the wazoo. Holy moly. What a great day.
Now, I will say this. I'm happy with the gunner changes. I can't wait to get in there, check them out, and for myself, see if they were good to go or not.
Yeah.
Obviously, since it just dropped today, I haven't had a chance to go in and play. Can't wait to. I'll talk about it next week, see if I think it makes any real big difference for me. Mm-hmm. But the two things I do want to mention tonight are, first off, the Nimblejack. All right. Remember long ago, I said, I got lucky and I fit this chick who looked like had a handsome Jack mask came out and I got this cool shotgun where you jump around and shooting and it's crazy. Mm-hmm. That's the Nimblejack, everybody. There you go. You go get it for yourself. They went ahead and buffed that when they increased its weapon damage and added 100% bonus critical damage. And I was super stoked. I was all excited because I want to go back. I want to go farm me another one with the anointed, all the good stuff. And I want to play with it again. I got bummed out because Killer 6 came back on today and said, hey, I went and checked it out. I went and tested it out. It still sucks. It's not up to par still. It needs more work. And I went, damn it. Why are you doing this to me? Don't do this to me. I wanted to get in there. I was going to go farm it again and play with it and see for myself. I'm still going to because you know what? I can't trust what one person tells me. I got to see for myself whether it's good or bad.
No, Eric, you can't do it because you got a suspended game on your PS4 right now. You know, you gotta go.
Well, that's true. Tonight,
you gotta go do
tonight, literally, when this is over, yes, the controller that I'm pointing at. None of you can see. I have to pick back up, go do this next dungeon, a puzzle, which is probably going to be extremely hard and difficult because it's the second to the last one. Mm-hmm. But I digress. Anyways, Nimblejack got buffed. A whole bunch of others, like you said, got buffed. The other one was one of my favorite guns in this game. The Roizen's Thorns got buffed. And I played with this gun for a long time. It's a Torg web type, splash damage, explosions, all the good stuff, poison damage, fire damage. I thought it was the cat's meow. I went and farmed it again at 53 with anointed, all that good stuff, thinking, here it is. I'm going to put it on my repertoire. It's going to be awesome. It sucked. It was not that great. I don't know what I was thinking or what happened in the leveling process, but it did not do what it needed to do. So, unfortunately, I put it away, stopped thinking about it, got on the weapons that were amazing. They went ahead and buffed it. They increased its weapon damage. Real simple, real basic. I was like, all right, I can't wait. I'm going to pull that one back out. We're going to go shoot with it again. We're going to see what it does. Once again, Killer 6 said, nope, still sucks. Not up to par with anything. That's great. And I'm like, damn it. This sucks. The two guns I was super excited about with this whole upgrade, apparently, according to one person, anyway, did not do what it needed to do, or still are not up to par with some of the best, which, not to brag, I do have some of the best, and I smoke in damage right now. And I just can't play with them if I got other weapons that can smoke baddies in 5 seconds.
All you gotta do is just be like me, dude. Have your 4 guns and never switch them out. Oh, does this get buffed? That ain't one of my guns. Whatever. Who cares? Don't even get excited. Don't even get excited to get depressed.
There's so many good guns, though, man. You know, there's so much potential out there.
There are so many good guns, and I got 4 of the best.
I got 4 of them right now. For you.
Yes.
I get it. I understand that, but I'm always open to try new things, and I want to try new things. And when I see these upgrades and these perks, I want to get in there and give them a shot. Unfortunately, the two I was excited about this time around, according to Killer, didn't pan out quite right. I still am going to go see for myself. But, hey, whatever. The biggest problem I see, Matt, is I cried and I whined about it already. On the show, I said, hey, I have the platinum. I need you to fix your bug, whatever it is, with Pandora.
No.
So I can be done. And it's not happening. It's weeks in a row now, Matt, with no fix.
I think maybe you just didn't find
the right... Shut up, Sean. I'm not stupid. I have gone through and looked at every area time and time again. I've wasted lots of hours doing it. It's not popping. And it stinks. Every week I keep just crossing my fingers and I hope for it to be fixed.
And I think the last bit of Gearbox news, unless you got anything else, is, hey, Borderlands 3 is out on Steam right now. Woo!
Get on Steam. Transfer over your Epic. It's over to Steam because Steam has trophies and stuff. You're going to love it.
And then they did just tweet out, like, during the show here, as we're recording this, that the cross-play, all the other stuff, that is coming in the next patch, which is right around the corner for the Steam PC version. But, like we said it before, if you're a real pro player, you've been playing on PS4 like me, that's how you do it.
Consoles are the way to do anything. All right? You suckers on PC, you know what? Get your games a year later, 2 years later, whatever. I don't care. I'm going to play it on consoles where it's fresh and hot and new. And I don't care if it's not the best quality and you don't get all the cool mods which allow you to like do anything you want in the game. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, have fun opening up your PC and getting coronavirus from inside while you're swapping out graphics cards.
Exactly.
Or whatever.
Yeah, wait till that coronavirus comes in and you will watch Twitters and whatever that stuff is you do. Yeah. Craziness.
But I think other than that, it's time to wrap up the show, right?
It is. Let's get out of here. We did it. We made it. There wasn't a lot of news, but we just bled in your ear about all sorts of crazy cool stuff.
So what do you guys think about those patch notes? What do you think about them weapons? Oh, man, can you not wait for the next patch notes? Oh, my goodness, what do you think about E3? What do you think about Eric and his midnight adventures at the ER with his child? Oh, my goodness. Send us any kind of questions on that, comments, feedbacks, any kinds of concerns. I screwed up the whole thing. I don't care. It's late. It's almost 10 o'clock right now. I got to go to bed. So send that to us via email, info@thirdshift.me. Tweet at us at ThirdShiftME and find us on Facebook. Go to Third Shift.
Indeed, you can find us over there. You can find us also over at the Patreon. As I always tell you, if you like what you hear, please consider heading over there. Throw us $1, $2, 50 cents, $5, $1,000, or maybe the coveted $1 million, in which case we'll open up a food line. We will have babies in jars, which Matt is showcasing for you right now. We will have the unpatented, but soon to be patented cold cocks for you. We will have lions running around. We will have koi fish, all sorts of things, live cameras showcasing crazy reality TV shows. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it. So please throw us the $1 million. Let us help you have a great life, because all those things help us keep the lights on, go to cons, do things for the show, upgrade equipment, pay Podbean and all the other people who want money for us to throw this freaking podcast out into the world for you to listen to. These things are real. Cost money, folks. If you cannot throw a buck our way or anything, we understand, though. You know what? Coronavirus is real. You got to buy more toilet paper. You need 7,000 rolls of toilet paper, all right? I get it. You can't give us $1 right now. You can support us by throwing us mailbag questions. You can support us by throwing high fives, thumbs ups, 5-star ratings.
Is a high five at work?
I need everything I can get right now, Matt. I gotta keep it
be on that poster. I want to be on a poster and walking across the buildings.
Oh, no one's on the poster. I gotta be there. So let me just tell you. Speaking of high fives, 5-star ratings, we got one from what was it, Mark
711.
711. Gosh bless it. We got a 5-star rating. Great show. Eric, go ahead and rest and relax. You deserve it, buddy. Fantastic.
He says, Eric, have yourself a 5-star day, which you already did. You talked about your 5-star evening that you had.
I did. I had a 5-star evening. So here's the deal. You give a 5-star to us, and you get to have Eric have a wonderful experience. Don't you want more wonderful experiences for me? Keep giving us those 5-star ratings.
I got to start making up a bunch of false accounts and giving tons of 5-star reviews.
Hey, you know what? I can take it. I can take it all day long.
Someday when you really piss me off, I'll be like, nope, here's 20 accounts. Screw this guy.
5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. Eric is murdered and tragically found dead with his entrails hanging from a tree. Oh, darn it. Anyways, we've got super off topic. Anything and everything does help. Hey, listening to the show, just doing nothing else helps. So we hope you stick around. We hope we entertain you in some way, shape, or fashion, or form. And can't wait to see you next week for whatever the hell life throws at us.
That's right. And speaking of seeing us next week, you can catch us on the 20th of March for our very next episode, which you can find on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Podbean, on Spotify, and on YouTube. And as I always say, if you like what we're doing and you'd like to help us out, please give us a like, a rating, a review, a comment, a subscription, any kind of good thing on any one of those good services, because it does help us out, and we really do appreciate it.
Indeed we do, because those 5 stars are amazing and the 5-star stories are coming around the corner. Somebody's gonna say one someday. But until then, there's nothing else to say tonight, Matt, except for
don't forget to say
Shut up and sit down.
Survive the coronavirus, everybody. Stay safe. Don't lick people's faces.
Stay safe. Wrap yourself up in toilet paper.
That's
like
right.
a mummy.
That's right. And eat Hungry Man's extra large Salisbury steaks.
That actually sounds kind of good right now.
It does. I digress. I'm out.